Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening once again. Good evening. Good evening. So my name is Lucky. I am here once again for to give you a very nice content on BTC This content is going to be one of the best content so far you will ever see. And for us to continue this analysis, please do like our video and share because we have a lot of video we have done. Like yesterday, we did SPS, which is S&P 500. We've worked on gold, we worked on JBP USD, JBP JPY, USD JPY, and NASDAQ. All these pairs have been analyzed and we have had a lot of massive results. People who are following us have um, testified to us that they've really enjoyed our video. Please do not forget to like and share. So just listen, if you're a beginner and you want to make money in BTC USD 2026, if you're already trading and you're having issue with trading in BTC, this video is for you. And if you know you have been trading and you have not been profitable, maybe you have interest in BTC USD, this video is for you. So as we go on, just keep your attention to the end of this video so that you will enjoy every content we are going to discuss on this um, live analysis. Now let's go to a simple strategy. I've always told you that simple strategy is what I use. I prefer using simple strategy because it's one of the things that can help you as a beginner. Now I'm going to use um, two moving average. I already have the two moving average on my screen, but I will just analyze it to you. Let's say this is the two moving average. I'm going to remove it, right? So it's out. Now we have a very plain screen. What we need to do is to go to indicators, which is here. On this case, I'm going to be using 20 and 10 because I will be using the lowest time frame, like 15 minutes or 30 minutes for my entry. But when I'm using 1 hour, 4 hour, I'll be using 50 and 20. But in this case, I'm going to be using 20 and 10 for my entry. You could use 9 and 20, you can use 21 and 9. Whatever, they're still will be in the same range. So I'll be selecting moving average exponential. You click, you have the first one. Then if you click again, you will have access to the second one. So you come here, you can just put moving average. But what we're going to take is moving average exponential. And we're taking one, enter again, you take the second one. I think we have one already. So we have the second one. Now what we didn't need to do, you go back to the moving average, go to your setting, we have 9 there, you change 9 to 10. Then you change your style to, we can as well maintain green or yellow, or let's just change it to light yellow or dark yellow. Then we'll go back to the second one. We click on the setting. You have blue. Let's leave the blue. We change the tick to 2, thickness, more thickness. And we go back to the first one. Let's work on our thickness to the second thickness. So we have the two thickness already. Now what do we need to do? Let me see. I think the second thickness is not that peaked. Second, okay, is there, fine. Now first of all, if you want to close it, you don't want it to be on the screen, you can click hide. Now we don't have it on our screen. Now what we need to do first is to check our support and resistance. We're going to be doing this on our 4 hours. We'll be doing this on our 4 hours to check our support and resistance. Now what we actually having presently is a downtrend. We'll be having a more of a sell today. So we're going to be taking that into consideration because the trend is also very important that we look at the direction of the trend, if it's a downtrend or uptrend. But in general, it's a downtrend. Now let's look at the resistance on this zone, and let's check the bottom support. So we have the two supports ready. Now what do we need to do on the 4 hours? We check it's already on a downtrend. Then we come to 1 hour to see what the market is doing. Now let's use our trend line on this level. So we have our trend line marked. Now what next do we need to do? Let's bring out our moving average. Now the moving average has already shows that it's a downtrend, because if you check, there's a break of structure. Okay, let's use another color. I think that yellow is a bit hidden. Let's pick let's see if this blue is fine. So it's a downtrend because the moving average is above the candlestick, and the second confirmation is that the trend, the movement has already broken the trend and it has retested. So where are we heading to? We are heading to this zone. Now we won't enter this trade until this candlestick comes back to this level. Now let's bring out the second candlestick. Let's see if we can see any crossover. So the 2 is actually giving us, I think we have 10. Let me see this setting of that second one. Okay, we have 9. No wonder we're having issue with that. So we pick 20. Now, whenever the lowest moving average is crossing the upper moving average, that is when we enter for a sell or a buy. But at this level, the direction is a sell. One, the trend line has told us that there is a break of structure and is a sell. The moving average has also confirmed that there is a break of structure, is a sell. So what do we need to do? Let's allow this moving average to come back to retest this zone, right? Which is the major point of interest here. Then we can sell down again. This is where we are heading to. So we have to mark that zone. This is where we're going to enter for a sell. If this market able to come back to this yellow, then we can go for a sell. So for now, we can't enter this market until it comes back, but we'll go back to 30 minutes to check what 30 minutes is actually doing. On the 15 minutes, see the same. Okay, so for now, there is no good entry until we wait for this market to reverse back to this zone, then we can go for a sell. That is how to trade a BTC effectively in a simple way. It's not difficult. It's something that is very straightforward and direct. So what we'll be looking at is this trend to be able to reverse back. This is a very long bearish. So we expect this market, as it's ranging here, let's come back here, then we'll go for a sell. So we're going to be putting that into our consideration. This is where we'll put our sell bar, then we move down to this level. Move down to this level, right? So our entry should be a little above last high. But remember, BTC is a very volatile pair. So if your stop loss is going to be wide, as I'm having here, you must be careful how many lots you are using. Just use a little lot if your money is not much, so that at least 1% is okay for you to run this trade. And this is automatically giving us up to 145 or 126. So if you are going to take this trade, this is what we'll be expecting this market to do at this time. So always follow our link, so that at every point, every simple strategy is what you need to look at when it comes to market analysis. Now, the trend line has already showed that we are going to be looking downward. But remember that the 9, the green, which is the lowest, Or let's check the green. If the green is the lowest, go back to setting to check. Yeah, the green is number 10. So the blue is number 10, while the green is number 20. So we allow the blue to cross the green down for us to go for a sell. So always let us use that as a very proper confirmation. Now let's check if there's any crossing. Look at this. You have a green cross here. We have a green here, but it's about to cross, but it did actually cross, but it merged, which took effect. At this level, we also have the same. Just have it here. We have it here. We have it here. We have it here. Anywhere you see this crossing, just follow the crossing. Whenever the lower moving average is crossing the higher moving average, you go for a sell. When it's crossing from below above, you go for a buy. That is just the simple way. But if you're going to be using 1 hour for your entry, for your time frame analysis, you can as well use 50 and 20. That will make the moving average to be more open for you to see. Just check this. You see this blue crossing the green is a buy. And here is a form of ranging. It's not really effective. Look at this place. The green is also crossing here. So what we are looking at now is for the next green, blue to come across the green, then we continue to sell down again. BTC is a clean sell. So do not forget to click subscribe and like our page so that whenever we drop this content, you always have a very clear following on all our videos. So meanwhile, don't forget that BTC is also a USD pair which has a very easy fundamentals to move. Whatever the news you have, always check your factory, your forex factory, your investing.com for every trading news or fundamentals you need to clarify before taking any of your trade, because it's very, very important that you must follow a trade on fundamental. If your technical analysis is in place, what is also important is for you to check your fundamentals very clearly before you enter any trade. You don't just take a trade because you want to trade, and it's very, very important you do that. So thank you for following us, and do have a lovely day. As you follow us, we pray that you have a lovely weekend. Tomorrow is another day. Let's check the news we have for tomorrow while we move on. Forexfactory.com. On our Forex Factory, we have tomorrow is 19th or so. So we click on calendar and you check 19th, that is on Friday tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is a bit clear. There's not much news. As I always said, you need to follow up the tick red. Whenever you have tick red, that means the news is very volatile. Like today, we have more tick red on our analysis. We had a very volatile news today 18th. We had news on MPC, monetary policy, and SMB, NZB. So all these news happened today that makes most of the market to be bearish. And yesterday we have FOMC, which was also a very volatile place, and markets were also selling. But so far so good. What we'll be expecting is going to be more of a sell, because the US and Iran has also agreed on the terms for ceasefire. So we'll be expecting more of market settlements in the nearest weeks or months, because there won't be any fire within Iran and US. So on that note, we end this training for today. So meanwhile, do like to follow us on our daily analysis. As I've said earlier, we've had a lot of trading we have analyzed all through the week, like GBP USD. We had a very massive result. As you can see here, this analysis was done 2 days ago, and we share this on our community. So if you are able to follow us, if you need to join our community, do comment below so that we can add you up on our social media community platforms. Thank you and have a wonderful